that stops because he's already prepared for what I might do. He knows what I'm going to do before I do it, and he already made preparation for me before I get there. What follows darkness is light. That darkness is the indicator that light is getting ready to shine. So there it is in Genesis, when darkness was upon the face of the deep, and God in the spirit form moved upon the face of the waters, and then God said, let there be. Because darkness precedes the light. Are you understanding what I'm saying? But he needs the darkness there so that God can move upon the face of the deep, so that the shift can take place. Listen, look at your neighbor and tell your neighbor that shift take place in the darkness. Oh, y'all didn't hear what I just said. Everybody's not going to see the shift that's happening. They see the chaos, but they don't see the shift. They see all the craziness going on in your life, but they don't understand that underneath the darkness, God is moving in secret. He's moving in quiet. He's moving in the hidden places. He's moving in the cracks and the corners and the crevices. He's moving in places that you cannot see. And when the light comes, they're going to see a new order. Afraid to dream, afraid to imagine. But I'm here to tell you that you are an infinite, limitless, boundless being. Are you willing to do what is necessary to have what you desire?
Thank you for joining us. Please take a moment and like the Facebook page. Subscribe to the YouTube page and hit the notification bell so you'll be notified when we go live. If you are finding value in these enrichment sessions, please consider supporting this page financially. Your donations allow us to continue to provide spiritual enlightenment, self-exploration, and kingdom knowledge. Also, consider becoming a partner because partnerships have this privilege. As a partner, you'll be able to attend our annual Partners Only Summer Summit, join us for our 6 a.m. virtual daily guided meditation sessions, weekly advanced empowerment sessions, regular prophetic insights and instructions, 30% discount on all Emerge books and merchandise, and a custom Emerge t-shirt. You'll also gain full access to the private Emerge Movement community page as well as group chats. Once again, thank you for watching.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning and welcome to the Emerge Empowerment Session. I'm your host, Isaac J. Miles, and I am so glad that you have decided to join me this as well as YouTube. I am so glad that you've chosen to be a part of our audience this morning and to participate in this conscious conversation. I know that it's going to empower you, inspire you, and uplift you. You have just tuned in to the most powerful place on the planet, because here we are equipping you with the tools necessary for you to create, cultivate, and curate the life that you desire. This is what it's all about, ladies and gentlemen. It's about encouraging, it's about uplifting and empowering you and helping you to emerge, to step into your authentic self and to live in your truth so that you're able to have the abundant life. All right, so before we get started in today's conversation, there are a few things that I want to ask each of you to do for me. And these are what I call housekeeping issues real quick. Number one, I need every one of you that's on with me on every platform to share this live. Share right now. Go ahead and share it with your friends, your family, your mom and them, your cousin them, your dad and them, your sister and them. To share with all the NIMs. Okay, and invite them to come and be a part of the conversation with us this morning. I know that they're going to be uniquely blessed by what they hear and receive from being a part of this conscious conversation. Number two, I want to ask you, please, to engage with this live. I need you to hit the like button. Those of you watching me on TikTok, we're trying to get to 20,000 likes. I need you to double tap that screen. Give me some hearts over here so that we can begin to get the likes. Those of you who are watching on the other platforms, as you like or hit the emoji there, you are engaging with this live. It gets pushed out into the algorithm, who expands the reach of our platform to reach all of the different people that are on our list. You know that I've got like well over 5,000-6,000 followers on Facebook, but only maybe a few hundred of them actually see us. So in order for them to see, then we need to be pushed out more in the algorithm so they can be notified. So please like, and subscribe so that you will be alerted whenever we're coming on live, and you won't miss a single empowerment session that we are having. Finally, this really didn't go for the TikTok family, but for the rest of you, I need for you to tag in the comments all your friends, families, and other loved ones who you believe would benefit from being a part of this conversation. Go ahead and get in the comments and start tagging them right now. Thank you for those who are already tagging other people and inviting them to come in. I appreciate you. I love you. And I thank you for your participation and your support. Thank you for being here this morning. Let's get ready to dig in today's conscious conversation. Are you ready? Are you ready over here? Let's get into it. Today we're talking about taking ownership. Taking ownership. This is a call to responsibility and empowerment. This is a reminder that your life, ladies and gentlemen, belongs to you. You are the creator, the curator. You are the progenitor. You shape your destiny. You determine what your lived experience is going to be like. You didn't get to choose consciously in this form where you were going to be born, who you were going to be born to. You didn't get to make the choice about all the different environments that would exist around you, but you do get to choose how you respond, and you get to decide what your life is going to look like, what your lived experience is going to be. And so today I want to talk to you about taking ownership of the responsibility to create, curate, cultivate, and curate the life that you desire. I want to begin with an analogy this morning. It's an allegory. There was a man who was standing before a door that he believed to be locked. He was complaining that life had barred him from being able to enter into this door, barred him from opportunities, barred him from being able to step into a space that was bigger, wider, and more advanced. Every day he stood there at the door saying that I deserve more than what I have right now. I deserve a better life. I deserve the same opportunities. He watched others as they seemed to be able to prosper and grow and do well, and said, well, why is it that they have it this way? And here I am standing here waiting for the door to open, and it just won't open. I'm locked out of society, locked out of this opportunity, locked out of these chances to be able to advance and to move forward. And so he sat there, and those days turned into weeks, and weeks turned into months, and months turned into years. And still he sat at the door, almost with the dogged tenacity of a bulldog, to remain there until something would happen to open the door. If it would just crack open, then he'd be able to go in and take advantage of the opportunity. Until one day, a wise traveler came by and saw him and asked him, why don't you just go in the door? And the man replied, well, I want to go in the door, but the door is locked. It's shut tight and I can't get through. I want to go in, but the door has been sealed and there's no possible way that I can open it. I don't have the key. I don't have the energy. I can't push through because the door is locked. And the traveler smiled, reached down, and turned the knob. And when he turned the knob, the door swung open. And he looked at the man and said, the door was never locked. You only needed to take responsibility and apply the necessary effort to open it for yourself. Whew. Did you get that? I know you did. It's a very simple allegory. There's a corresponding allegory like this found in the Bible. It's about a man that finds himself impotent and crippled, laying around a pool near the town of Bethesda. The pool had 5 porches, and there were a ton of other people around him who were impotent and crippled as well. And he lay there waiting because the mythology was that at a certain season, an angel would come down and trouble the waters. And whoever got into the water first would be healed of all of their diseases. Until one day, the master, the mystic, Jesus, comes by and sees the man lying there. And he says to him, do you want to be made whole? He asks a question that almost seems ridiculous because, of course, the man is impotent. He's broken. He's crippled. He's laying there around a pool with a bunch of other crippled people. And you're asking, do I want to be made whole? Of course I do. Who wouldn't want to be out of that condition? But listen to what the man's response is. His response to the master is, well, I don't have anyone to help me. He repeated the mythology that at a certain season, an angel will get down and trouble the water, and in it, whoever gets in first will be healed. But when I'm getting ready to get in the water, somebody else gets in before me. I don't have anybody to help me get in the water. I don't have anybody to help me get down there first. And Jesus does not exchange words back and forth, nor even try and deal with his mythological, fantastical thinking. He simply gives him a command: rise, take up your bed, and walk. He says to the man, rise, take up your bed, and walk. I'm going to explain those commands a little bit later in the conversation. And so I want you to focus in on some key points from this allegory and the prior one. In both circumstances, ladies and gentlemen, the opportunity for those persons to get exactly what they desired was sitting right in front of them. And instead of them taking advantage of the opportunity, instead of them using the ability, the innate skill that they already possessed, they began to make excuses for why they couldn't access the opportunity that was right before them. One on the other side of the door, the other, if I could just make it into the pool, if I can get into this water. Each one of them began to say that I'm locked out. I can't do it. There's something prohibiting me, something stopping me. Can I talk to those of you this morning who are constantly finding yourself right on the brink of a breakthrough, of a dramatic change, an opportunity that could revolutionize your life and could set you on a completely different trajectory? But every time you approach the opening, every time you reach the doorway, every time the water is troubled, you find a reason why you can't get to the other side. You begin to come up with something that is prohibiting you. It's like I take 5 steps forward and then 10 steps backwards. It's like I don't have any progress. If it wasn't for bad luck, I'd have no luck at all. It's like everything is against me and holding me captive, and I can't seem to get in. The door is locked, and I've been locked out of these opportunities, locked out of a future that I desire, locked out of opportunities and skills and a vision that I have for my life. Something has locked me out and locked me down. I'm immobile. I am unable to step forward. I'm unable to break through. I'm unable to do what is necessary to have a better life. You see, I have this obstacle that's sitting here in front of me. And if I can just get past this obstacle, then everything is going to come together for me. But the obstacle, ladies and gentlemen, for both the man at the pool and the man standing at the door was not the door and was not the pool. The obstacle, ladies and gentlemen, was the man and his mind. Ooh. Can I talk to some of you that are watching me this morning and tell you that your biggest obstacle standing in your way is your own mindset? Oh my goodness. I know this one doesn't feel good, but I promise you, if you take this, it's going to help you. Your only real obstacle, the thing that is prohibiting you from stepping into a reality that reflects your dreams, your vision, your highest version of your life, the only thing standing between you and that reality is your mind, your thoughts, your inclination, your beliefs, what you have accepted to be your truth. You have become stagnant and stationary because you have accepted this is as good as it gets, that these are the limitations of my life, that this is the parameter that has been set around me, and I can't go any further than this because all of these doors and all of these obstacles are standing in my way. Life presents us with opportunities as well as challenges, but our greatest power lies in how we respond to those opportunities and those challenges. Challenges are not meant to stop you or destroy you. They are not meant to distract you. They are not meant to hinder you. Challenges are designed to tap into a part of you that you may not even be consciously aware exists in you. Challenges are there to force you to go inward, to find your gut, your strength, your courage, your power, your skill that's been lying dormant deep within the center of your soul, that's always been there, that you came into this three-dimensional existence loaded and coded in your DNA with everything necessary for you to be successful, for you to win, for you to overcome, for you to experience the abundant life. The only thing that's stopping you from stepping into what it is that you dream of, that you envision, is right here in your mind, telling you that you can't do it, that the door is locked, that you're not strong enough, that you don't have anyone to help you, telling you that you're not smart enough, you don't have enough money, you were born in the wrong place, born to the wrong family, telling you that you're the wrong skin color in the wrong country at the wrong time, telling you that there are some limitations that are innate that you will never be able to get past, and so you may as well be satisfied with where you are. I came to tell you this morning, all of those excuses and all of those obstacles are a lie. They are an illusion. They're not real. They are just an excuse. Do you hear what I'm saying to you? I said they are just an excuse. You are the divine expression of God in three-dimensional form. You are God manifested in the flesh. You are a divine being already loaded and coded with the ability, the power, the authority, and the right to do whatever it is that you choose to do and to become whatever you choose to become in this world and in this life. You have the necessary tools and the necessary ability already within you. You keep looking outward for someone else to come along and do the work for you, or someone to come along and open the door for you, or someone to come along and pick you up and put you in the water and do away with your troubles. I'm telling you that the door in front of you is not locked. It's just waiting for you to turn the knob. Are you hearing what I'm saying? That the door in front of you is not closing you out. It's just waiting on you to turn the knob, to do what is necessary to take the next step and to destroy those limiting beliefs and those limiting ideologies that you have adopted as your own, that's hindering you and keeping you from moving forward. You are not stuck in the outside world of the external. You are only stuck in your mind, stuck in an old way of thinking, stuck in an old tradition, stuck in a belief that keeps you captive and won't allow you to experience the freedom and liberty that you have been born with, that is innate to your being. I'm getting a little too excited. Let me try and calm down. Oh my goodness, listen to me. You are not stuck. I need everybody in the comments right now, everybody across all platforms, to just write, I am not stuck. Put it in the comments. Those of you watching me on TikTok, those of you watching on Facebook, Instagram, watching on YouTube, put in the comments, I am not stuck. I'm not stuck in a rut. I'm not stuck in a routine. I'm not stuck. I'm not stagnant. I'm not captive. I'm not in prison. I'm not held, not by a tradition, not by a ritual, not by a religious ideology, not by a culture, not by an environment. I am not stuck. I'm not stuck. I refuse to stand on the outskirts of success. I refuse to sit on the banks of abundance and not step into the reality of it in my own life. I am not stuck. Come on, put it in the comments. Thank y'all. Thank you very much. I'm not stuck. You are not stuck. We are not stuck. You are standing in the precipice of one of the greatest moments and times of your life. You can grow anything, do anything, be anything that you desire, but you gotta get out of that stuck mentality that has convinced you that the illusion is a lie. Good Lord. I mean, that it's the truth. It's a reality. It has convinced you that the illusion is a reality, that it's your truth, when in fact the illusion is a lie. But if your belief in the lie is stronger than your belief in the truth, then the lie will become your truth, and you'll be living a reality based upon an illusion, which is a lie, rather than living in the abundance that is right there in front of you. Are you understanding what I'm saying to you? Experiencing that success, experiencing that power, experiencing that liberty and that freedom. There is a text in the Bible that says, where the Spirit of the Lord is, where the presence of God is, there is liberty. That is absolute freedom, that I'm not bound by anything because I recognize the presence of God in me, through me, and as me. Now, many religious people took that text, especially in Christianity, to try and make it seem like, this applies to the church and it applies to the building. It doesn't. It talks about the presence of God wherever it says, wherever the Spirit of God is, wherever the presence of God is, wherever God is, there is absolute liberty, without limitations, without conditions. There is absolute freedom. Well, ladies and gentlemen, since God is divine, that means that God is omnipresent, that God is ubiquitous, that God is in every place at all times. There is no place that God is not. And if there is no place that God is not, and wherever God is, there is liberty, then freedom is all around you. Freedom is everywhere you go. Freedom is inside you, around you, above you, beneath you. Freedom and liberty to be, to do, to think, to become whatever you desire is always right at your fingertips. The only thing holding you back is your mindset. Your belief that the door is locked and that I can't go any further. And so from that belief, you begin, like each of these men did, to make excuses. Oh my goodness. I was talking about it this morning. You begin to make excuses. Let me give you my definition of an excuse. An excuse is an invalid reason for a lack of effort and responsibility. Excuse is an invalid reason for a lack of effort and responsibility. I'm going to repeat it one more time. I need you to get this, okay? An excuses is an invalid reason for a lack of responsibility and effort. Okay? Excuses are a manifestation of a self-imposed limitation. They create an energetic block to the flow of spirit, anointing, and energy that is flowing through you naturally. You see, you are a divine spirit made in the likeness and the image of the all of everything that is God. You are that divinity in jeans and a t-shirt. You are omnipotent, omniscient, omnipresent, and omniactive. You are without limitations, have infinite capacity to do and to be whatever you choose to do and be in every iteration of your life. Excuses begin to limit that flow of energy and power that's in you because it produces this invalid reason, a crutch that you're able to lean on and say, well, this is why I'm not successful. This is why I'm not winning. Well, this is the reason why my business didn't succeed. And this is the reason why my marriage failed. And this is the reason why my work is not expanding and growing. And this is the reason why my vision hasn't come to pass. And this is the reason why I haven't finished school. And this is the reason why I haven't launched my business. And this is the reason why. Are you understanding what I'm saying? All of them are invalid reasons for a lack of effort and responsibility. Let me talk about those two things. Number one is effort. Ladies and gentlemen, nothing comes but to a dreamer but a dream. You have to go to bed with a dream, but you better wake up with a plan. Good God, listen to what I'm saying to you this morning. You go to bed with a dream, but you need to wake up with a plan, because a dream without a plan, without a strategy to implement it and bring this thing into reality will become a nightmare. Are you hearing what I'm saying? It will become a nightmare. A dream deferred will make the heart sick. You find yourself getting angry and frustrated and upset and mad because you keep saying, I'm so close, but it's not happening. When is it going to be my turn? When is it going to break through? Well, you get to decide when that's going to be. You get to decide when your breakthrough is going to come. You get to decide when the moment of change and the turning point and the shift in your trajectory takes place. You get to decide. You're sitting there dreaming, but do you have a plan? Do you have a strategy? Do you have a plan of action that you are ready to implement and that you are going to be consistent and you are going to follow through on? All talk is cheap, ladies and gentlemen. Anybody can run their mouth and talk about what they're going to do, what I wish I'd do, what I hope will happen, but are you willing to do what's necessary in order to bring it to pass? It comes down to whether you're willing to put forth the necessary effort to make it happen in your life. You can start blaming everybody else around you, play the blame game and say, well, it's because of how I was raised, or it's the environment that I'm in, or it's the people that's around me. They don't want me. It's the haters, or here it is. Here's the big one. It's the devil. It's a demon. It's a spirit. Somebody working witchcraft and hoodoo on me. You silly rabbit. Tricks are for kids. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Do you understand that when you say something as silly and immature as that number one, you are diminishing your own power. You are saying that there are external forces around you that are more powerful than you are. Yet in the same breath, you have the audacity to say, greater is he that is in me than he that is in the world. Well, wait a minute. Which one is it? Is the greater in you? Is the power in you? Is that essence, that force, that unstoppable, immutable power in you or not? Or are you just a poor, pitiful pilgrim passing through, trying to make heaven my home? Sometime down, sometime level to the ground. But as long as I know I got a seat in the kingdom, that's all right. You sound ridiculous, miserable, and sad. What the hell do you mean sometimes up and sometime down, sometime level to a ground? What the devil are you doing on the ground when you have all of this access and power and ability, born with these skills and these talents that are in you, and you are sitting there settling for being in a broken place, settling for having nothing, for dealing with poverty, settling for just barely getting along, settling for minuscule progress, but not seeing real developmental exponential growth in what it is that you desire. You are settling and you are blaming the people around you, blaming the things around you, when the real problem is your lack of effort and your unwillingness to take responsibility for what's going on in your life. Listen to me, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, everybody that's watching me across all platforms. Your life is your responsibility. Not your preachers, not your pastor, not your guru, not your imam, not your church, not your synagogue, not your temple. Your life is your responsibility. Not your mama, your daddy, your sister, your cousin, your auntie, your granddaddy, your grandmama, not your culture, not your environment. Your life is your responsibility. If you want it to change, you got to change it. If you want it to grow and expand, you got to make it grow and expand. You got to be willing to do what is necessary to bring it to pass in your life. It is your responsibility. Well, you know, I'm a black man in America and the white man trying to keep me down. What happened to the greater one that's in you? It is your responsibility. I am not denying discrimination, racism, and all of those other isms that are out there. They absolutely exist. America has always been a racist country, and it will always be a racist country. Now, what you going to do about it? What you going to do about your life? You're going to sit there and wither under that willow tree, weeping and crying about a circumstance around you that you can't do anything about, but you can do something about the circumstance of your life. If they won't hire you, hire yourself. If they won't create an opportunity for you, create it yourself. Kick the door down, open it up, and make it happen. You're strong enough, smart enough, talented enough, gifted enough, anointed enough to do it for yourself. I need everybody across every platform. Write it in the comments. Do it for yourself. Do it for yourself. Do it for yourself. Put it in the comments, every single one of you. I need to grab me a towel because I'm sweating over here. Man almighty. Oh. Wow. Write it in the comments. Do it for yourself. Do it for yourself. Do it for your. I hear people all the time. People will look at what I do and be like, "Oh man, I want to be able to teach and minister and to you know memorize all of this history." And you're like, this just happened overnight. Like I just went to bed one night and woke up with all of this ability and talent and skill. It just came flowing. I know this is from years of work and effort and research and prayer and fasting and meditation and seeking and seeking out truth. And then reconstructing, deconstructing, building to get here. It took time, it took effort, it took determination, and it took accountability. Hold yourself accountable for your own junk. Lord have mercy, can I get to tell some of y'all up in here? This is going to probably offend some of my church folk, but it's just hang in there because it's not like you haven't heard it before, and it's not like you don't say it yourself. You need to own your shit. That's what I said. You need to own your shit because sometimes the weapon formed against you is you. I know you don't want to hear this piece right here. I know good and well you don't want to hear this piece right here. You probably finna drop me like a hot potato and get up off this live. But I'm here to tell you that the weapon that is formed against you, the thing that's holding you back, the thing that keeps messing up your money, messing up your future, messing up your business, messing up your career, messing up your family, breaking up your relationships, breaking up everything that you are the problem. You are the common denominator. I can't seem to find a good man or a good woman. Everyone I get involved with, ain't none of them nothing. All of them terrible. Well, wait a minute. Hold on. So there's been 15, 20 of them and only one you. You are the common denominator. Have you taken time to go inward and examine, why do I keep attracting the same person again and again in a different outfit, in a different body? Y'all ain't gonna say nothing to me now. Now I want to talk to me now, because whoever you have attracted into your life, they were not just attracted to you, you were attracted to them. Oh, they wasn't always what you call no good, shiftless, and this, that, and the other. At one point, you thought they were just the best thing since sliced bread. You thought that they were the gravy train with biscuit wheels. You thought that they were wonderful. You just thought butter wouldn't even melt in their mouth. And then through the passage of time, the things that you called cute before are now a red flag, red flag, red flag. like it just popped up overnight. No, but you were attracted to them. So what you need to do before you go hopping into the next situationship is go inward and examine, what is it about me? What's going on inside of me that causes me to continuously attract these type of people and be attracted to them myself? Why am I drawn to chaos? Why am I drawn to toxicity? Why am I drawn into these abusive relationships? Why am I drawn into these kinds of situations, circumstances, and connection? What is it that's going on with me that keeps drawing me toward the same stuff? Take responsibility. Because if you don't take responsibility, if you don't examine yourself, if you don't become self-aware, you're going to put your life on repeat and you're going to keep experiencing the same things again and again and again. And you can move to California, but when you get there, you're going to be there. You can move to Alaska, but when you get there, you're going to be there. Go ahead, leave the country. Go over to Africa. Go to Tanzania. Go to Kenya. Go to Botswana. Go to Benin. Go to Ghana. Go wherever you want to on the continent. But when you get there, you are going to be there, because the problem is not in your location. The problem is in your location. Y'all didn't get that. Y'all didn't get what I said. Cred day. I said the problem is not in your geographical location. The problem is in your mental location, where you are in your mind, where you are in your thoughts, where you are in your beliefs, and allowing what you believe to contradict what you innately know. You came here knowing. You have the knowing, intuitive knowing inside of you, that divine spirit that always knows the answer, always has the right direction, always knows the right choice, the right decision. But what you have been taught to believe is antithetical to what your soul knows. And so because you've been taught to exalt what you heard above what you know, you will then elevate your belief above what you innately know and find yourself doing something that your gut keeps screaming at you. This is not the thing you need to do. And you're like, no, but the pastor say, the bishop say, the prophet say, the evangelist say, oh no, but my family, my mama, my daddy say, the culture says, everybody said that I ought to do this. So it worked for them. Maybe it'll work for me. But in your gut, in your knower, in your divine spirit, in your soul, you know it's not for you. And yet you go ahead and elevate what you have believed above what you know and find yourself in a predicament that your belief can't fix. Ooh, great day in the morning. You teaching good this morning, Miles. You teaching real good. Let me pat myself on the head. You better go ahead. You teaching real good this morning. Are you hearing what I'm saying? And so you find yourself in that predicament where what you believe is in conflict with what you innately know. And now comes the propaganda. Now comes the rhetoric. Now comes the excuse. Now comes the invalid reason for a lack of effort and a lack of responsibility. Because you got to blame somebody, because you cannot deny the reality of the chaos and the anarchy that you're experiencing right now. You cannot deny the fact that the seed that you have planted is not producing the kind of harvest that you desire, and that you're getting minuscule results rather than abundant results. You cannot deny it. So you got to come up with an excuse. And so preachers say, it's those people. People don't want God no more. People don't want truth no more. They don't want this word that I got. It's too strong. It's too powerful. They can't stand up under. Maybe the problem is not the people. It's you. Oh, God, have mercy. Oh, God. Let me talk to some of my leaders that's on here. And let me go ahead and piss y'all off, too, while I got you here. God, you cannot lead people where you will not go. Good gracious almighty. Leading means that they are behind you, following you. Number one, that means you need to be going somewhere in order for them to follow you. If all you're doing is giving them the same old rhetoric that they've heard for years in every church and in every place over and over again, then you're not leading them. You are just rehearsing what they've already heard and they've already known. There's got to be exponential growth, development, and evolution taking place in your own life. You can't put this new wine into old bottles, to quote a scripture. That's what I said. You can't keep trying to straddle the fence and trying to live on both sides of an issue. Y'all ain't gonna holler back at me up in here now. You've understood that God is bigger than your religious ideology, your religious tradition, and yet at the same time, you keep trying to hold on to it while trying to evolve over here, but you cannot mix the two. You cannot put this new wine into old bottles. You can't put this new understanding, new concept, new insight, expanded consciousness in that same old religious constructed mind that you had before and try and hold on to the religious and then try and be expanded and conscious at the same time. It does not work. It creates a conflict. It creates chaos. It creates contradiction. Ooh, have mercy. I know I'm making my leaders and preachers mad at me now, but I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to help you grow. I'm trying to get you out of a rut. I'm trying to get you to step out with some courage and some boldness and stop being a punk and to go ahead and put on that full armor that you always hollering, spitting, and screaming about. Put it on and begin to fight your way through those old mindsets, old concepts, old ideologies about who God is and what God is and how you minister and lead people forward. You got to give them something to follow. You got to give them something to aspire to. They see you stuck in a rut and there you are doing the same stuff, and then they're sitting back going like, well, okay, what do we, I guess then this is the tone that's set for the whole congregation. We all gonna be like this right here. You telling folks, I need y'all to be givers, but you're not a giver. You telling y'all ain't going, oh boy, have mercy. I know. You're telling them about prayer, but you don't pray. You telling them to study and meditate, but you don't study. You don't meditate. You don't read. You don't research. Your sermons demonstrate that you don't do any research because of how infantile they are. Lord have mercy. Yes. You don't have anything different or fresh or new. You mean to tell me all God is saying is turn to your neighbor, slap your neighbor, high five, turn around 3 times. God getting ready to bless you. God getting ready to elevate you. God getting ready to blah, 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 blah. When's the last time you went to church and actually learned something? Oh my, oh my, oh my, oh my. When's the last time you were challenged at church by an idea, a concept that caused you to shift your understanding, that challenged your ingrained belief and made you take a second look, made you go back and examine yourself, made you study and research, that evoked questions within you, that pierced your curiosity, piqued your curiosity, and caused you to begin to wonder about God and about yourself? When's the last time you did more than just holler and scream and spit bubbles and jump over pews and fall out on the floor and get your clothes dirty and yell and you can speak in tongues but can't speak in English? Can't speak the language of business. Can't speak y'all ain't gonna holler back at me now. The language of ideas, the language of power, the language of currency, the language of energy. You can't speak the energetic language that is the universal language of this world that we live in. You don't know how to operate in the kingdom of God or the spirit world or the universe, whatever terminology. See, you still get hung up on semantics like that. You hear somebody say universe. God ain't in no whole universe. Well, where do you think the universe come from, stupid? Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to call you stupid. Yes, I did. It's stupid. God ain't in no universe. Where do you think it come from? All this stuff about nature. Who do you think made the nature? Do you think that God is somehow detached from the universe, detached from nature? When you talk about the universe, you talk about nature, you talk about the kingdom of God. You're talking about the spirit world, the unseen world, a dimension that is above or beyond or on the other side of this dimension that superimposes its power. The laws that govern the kingdom, the laws that govern the spirit world. And listen to me, ladies and gentlemen, when I talk about taking responsibility, I am saying taking responsibility because you have been loaded and coated with everything that you need in order to be successful. But then you are also surrounded with a system that was put in place for you to be able to succeed. They are called universal laws. Do you understand that all of the universe, all of nature, everything in creation is designed to help you succeed and experience abundant life, that they all conspire to bring to manifestation the thing that is your most dominant thought, that is your dream? Do you understand that the laws that are put in place were designed for your success? But do you also understand that a law is a law is a law? Y'all didn't get that right there. The law is impersonal. It does not play favorites. It does not have friends. It simply operates as it is designed. Let me give you an example. The law of cause and effect. The law of cause and effect is the granddaddy of all the laws. Above sowing and reaping, above correspondence, above circulation, above gender, above relativity and vibration and attraction. All of them come back to the law of cause and effect. The law, I'm going to read a definition to you. The law of cause and effect states that every effect is a definite reflection of a specific cause. Likewise, for every cause, there is a definite, specific, consistent effect. Nothing happens outside of the boundary of the universal law. Every action has a corresponding reaction. For every action, for every cause, there is an effect. Now, ladies and gentlemen, that is a law. That law is designed for our benefit, because what it does for us is that if I see an effect, I observe an effect, or I come up with an effect, imagine an effect that I want to experience in my life. All I need do is trace down the cause for that effect and then just duplicate the cause, because it is designed to give that effect. Are you understanding what I'm saying? That it is bound, determined, perpetually will always produce that effect. So when I have observed, or I have seen, or I have dreamed of an effect, I simply need to find the cause. And if I reduplicate the cause, it will produce the desired effect 100% of the time. However, flip mode, y'all remember that? Flip mode. Flip side of it is this. Whether consciously or unconsciously, you are interacting with the law of cause and effect, and it is in operation 100% of the time, 24/7, 365 days a year, 366 days on leap year. The law of cause and effect is in operation. It is functioning. And if you interact with that law consciously or unconsciously in an adverse way that produces an effect that you don't desire, you have to begin to trace down what is the cause for the effect, just like sowing and reaping. If you are reaping apples, it is inevitable that you planted apple seeds. You can't get mad at the tree for producing apples. I wanted grapefruit. Why are you producing apples out here? I want some grapefruit. I'm looking for grapefruit. Came to the tree to get me some grapefruit. All I see is apples. But you planted an apple seed. Cause and effect. The causation produces the predictable effect. Ladies and gentlemen, why do you keep getting these undesired effects in your life? Trace down the cause, and the cause is never out there. Day in the morning. Woo, woo. Woo! Let me say it again. I said the cause is never out there. The cause is in here. Your enemy is your inner me. You don't have no enemy out here. It's not your haters. It's not a devil. It's not a spirit. It's not some Hank. It's not voodoo. It's not any other kind of power out here. Your enemy is your inner me. The causation, the seed of causation is in you. And you got to examine yourself. Here's the problem. I kept planting apples expecting grapefruits. If I want grapefruits, I need to change the seed that I'm sowing. I need to change the causation to produce the desired effect. Y'all not hearing what I'm saying. Why do I keep getting the same results in my business, in my ministry, in my marriage, in my life? Because look at the seeds of causation that you keep planting. You keep planting apple seeds and expecting grapefruits, and it's not going to happen. You got to change the seed that you are sowing. Are y'all hearing what I'm saying? You got to change the seed of causation. Are you hearing me? There's a law of correspondence that says as above and so below, as within, so without. There's always going to be a correspondence between you and the world around you and the universe around you. Here is the law. I repeat this law very often. Those who are partners with this movement, you know this law backwards and forward, but for the uninitiated, I'm going to repeat it here. Your outer world of form and experience is a reflection of your inner world of thought and experience. The world around you, the universe, the laws that govern the spirit world are a giant copy machine waiting for you to put the original, that is the seed, into the machine, and then it mass produces what you put in there and presents you an expanded reality that is based upon the seeds of causation that you put into the copy machine. In other words, ladies and gentlemen, you think of poverty, you produce poverty reality. You think in limitations, you produce a limited reality. You think in terms of failure, you produce a failing reality. You think in terms of insecurity, you produce a reality shrouded in insecurity. Whatever is going on in here is going to be reflected out there. And it's not the devil, and it's not your circle of friends, and it's not the people you're around. The problem is you. Oh, y'all don't like this, but I'm telling you, say it with me. I'm the real problem. I'm the causation. I'm the issue. I'm the one that's causing things to be the way that they are. And it's time that you start taking ownership of you don't like your life? Change it. You don't like the reality you're living in? Change it. You're the only one who can. Gracious, let me say that again. Lord, have mercy for the folk that's sitting in the back with your cross in your Bible underneath your doggone arm and under your armpit. You are the only one who can change it. I don't care how much they pray over you, pour oil on your head. They can put enough oil on you until you can fry chicken and fish. They can spit bubbles and lay hands on you, fall out and roll on the floor, kick and snarl. You can chant, you can meditate, you can do. Y'all ain't saying nothing. You can throw out incantations and everything else that you want to do, but until you change, until you do the interior work in order to shift your consciousness, shift your mindset, shift your beliefs, shift your energy, you're going to keep producing the same thing. I don't care how much you pay in your life coach. I don't care how much you give into the church. I don't care how much you have sold into the prophet. I don't care what you're giving the guru. I don't care how much you pay for someone to come and cleanse your house. If you don't change, you're going to keep producing the same stuff. And you are the cause. You're the only one who can fix it. Even what I'm doing here today, I'm not fixing it. I can't fix it for you. I can give you the necessary information and the tools, but you got to fix it yourself. Are you hearing me? It's time for you to own your shit and take responsibility for it and then do the work necessary to fix so you don't need Iana Van Zandt. You don't need anybody else to fix your life. They can't fix your life. You have to fix your own life. You got to fix it. So it's not enough for you to end the toxic relationship. You got to figure out what is it that drew me to toxicity? What is it that attracted toxicity to me? It's not enough for you to just shut down the business. You got to figure out what is it in me that produced failure and that caused failure to come toward me. Are you understanding? Are you understanding what I'm saying? Everybody falls. Everybody has mishaps. Everybody has mistakes. Everybody makes a misjudgment. Everybody at one point or another runs into an obstacle that knocks you flat on your behind. But here is the important thing, that failure, the fall, the trauma, the problem was not designed to kill you. It was not designed to make you give up. It was designed to awaken you, to alert you that there is something within you that you need to get in check, take responsibility for, and transmute that energy so that you can get up and move forward and this time be successful at it. You got to start checking yourself. Don't let all these failures go to waste. Don't let all this pain go to waste. Don't let all of these problems go to waste. Man, go back and re-examine and study and gain some insight into what's going on inside of you, so that when you move forward, you don't keep repeating the same stuff again and again and again. Man, I'm over my time already. Great day. I can't believe that I'm over the time. My time will run out already. I promise y'all, I still got a ton of notes. Do you see this? Can y'all see that? I still got a ton of notes that I haven't even gotten to yet. Just so much more that I want to say. So little time. You know how you can get all of this? Become a partner with Emerge. Because everything that's in here, I'm going to post it all in the Emerge partner portal in our private group. When you become a partner with the Emerge movement, you get access. You get access to information that I don't even share on the public platform and the things that I don't have time to finish in our public empowerment sessions. You get unfettered access, teaching, insight, understanding, coaching that's available to you because you partnered with the Emerge movement. So I'd like to invite all of you to become a partner with Emerge. You do so by simply sending an email to the email address that you see on your screen or that's written in the description above. For those of you over here, that's emerge.lifecenter@gmail.com, and just say 3 simple words: I want in. The moment I get your email, I'll send you out an information packet that gives you everything you need to know about Emerge, as well as a partnership agreement that lets you know what you are accountable for in being an Emerge partner. You simply sign the partnership agreement and email it back to me, and immediately you're in. I'll send you out a link that leads you to the private partner portal, the group that we have on Facebook, and you'll gain access to a wealth of information and knowledge and insight. You also have unfettered access to me and to offer you insight, counsel, and coaching with you moving forward. Now, I'm not going to fix your problem, but I will give you the tools for you to fix it for yourself. And if you do what I teach you, if you take the principles, practices, and patterns that I'll show you, you'll be successful beyond your wildest imagination, and you'll experience exponential growth. So I invite you to consider becoming an Emerge partner today. Thank you so much for tuning in. Those of you who would like to give an offering, I'm going to put on the screen right now for those of you who would like to give and support this platform. Where is it at? There it is. It's on your screen. Those of you who are watching on TikTok, it's written in the description. You can send your gift, your offering, your seed, or your sacrifice to Emerge, to $emergelec, $emergelec on the CashApp. You're able to send whatever gift you desire. You're not required to, but if you choose to, then you can do so. I do need you to start tapping that screen. I need some more likes on this bad boy. I'm not anywhere near the number of likes that I should have this morning. I need y'all to double tap the screen. For those of you watching on other platforms, you see the screen that's on right now. If you'd like to sow, like to give an offering, sow a seed, or make a sacrifice, you can use our CashApp, Zelle, PayPal, or Venmo. All of those options are available to you. Now, remember that this year, since this is a 9 year, we are harnessing the energy of the number 9 and giving in alignment with that energy. So for your offering, we're asking that you give $9.99. If you're going to sow a seed of $99.99. And if you're going to make a sacrifice, then sacrifice $999.99, so that your gift is in alignment and in tune with the energy of the number 9. Now, if you're saying, well, what does that have to do with anything? You have to go back a ways in all of the videos, and you'll find that I did an entire teaching on the fact that this is a 9 year, and the energy of the number 9 is in effect. We see it dramatically and prominently here in the United States, but also globally around the world. That energy is at work, and we are experiencing the kind of drastic change that only comes with that kind of energy. So thank you again for tuning in. Thank you for your support. All of you on TikTok, make sure that you're following everybody that comes in the room, and everybody's following each other. I'm going to follow everyone who follows me. As soon as I end this live, I'll be following you. Thank you for your likes. Thank you for your shares. Thank you for your support. For those of you on Facebook, I need for you to like, share, and comment in this video. Share it with your friends and family. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for your support. Thank you for listening. All of you on Facebook, Instagram, as well as YouTube. I appreciate your presence as well as your gifts and your support. Have an absolutely magnificent, marvelous, and wonderful day. And I'll see you back here next week at 9 a.m. for another Emerge Empowerment Session.
Some of you are even afraid to dream, afraid to imagine. But I'm here to tell you that you are an infinite, limitless, boundless being. Are you willing to do what is necessary to have what you desire?
You've been listening to Apostle Isaac Miles, the disruptive innovator, a mentor, an author, a motivational speaker, an entrepreneur, and the founder and spiritual director at emergelec Life Enrichment Center. Please take a minute to subscribe, like, and share this page. If you'd like to become a partner, you can do so by emailing us at emerge.lifecenter@gmail.com. Again, that's emerge.lifecenter@gmail.com. Once again, thank you for watching.